Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, where we dive into the world of movies and explore the latest releases. Today, I'm super excited to talk about a film that's been on everyone's radar, especially if you're a fan of horror and survival games. I'm talking about Return to Silent Hill, the 2026 movie that's been making waves in the horror community. If you've played the games or seen the previous movies, you know that Silent Hill is a town like no other, filled with monsters, mystery, and a whole lot of terror. So, if you're ready to dive back into this haunted town and uncover its dark secrets, then let's get started. So, let's start with the basics. Return to Silent Hill is directed by Christoph Gans, who's known for his work on Brotherhood of the Wolf and Silent Hill. The movie stars Jeremy Irvine as James Sunderland, the protagonist of our story, and it's produced by Konami, the same company behind the Silent Hill games. The budget for this movie is around $50 million, which is pretty decent for a horror film. As for the box office, it's doing pretty well, with over $100 million in worldwide sales. The movie has also received mixed reviews from critics, with some praising its visuals and atmosphere, while others found it to be a bit too reliant on jump scares. But hey, that's what we're here to discuss. So let's dive deeper into the story. So, the movie starts with James receiving a mysterious letter from his lost love, Mary. The letter is cryptic, but it's enough to draw James back to Silent Hill, a town that's been consumed by darkness. As James searches for Mary, he encounters all sorts of monstrous creatures, from the iconic Pyramid Head to new and terrifying beasts. But the more James delves into the town, the more he realizes that something is off. The town seems to be shifting and changing, and the creatures are just a symptom of a larger problem. James soon discovers that the town is a manifestation of his own subconscious, and that he's been trapped in this never-ending nightmare. As he navigates the town, James uncovers a terrifying truth about his past and his connection to Mary. The story is full of twists and turns, and it's a real rollercoaster ride of emotions. But, without giving too much away, let's just say that James's journey is a deeply personal one, and it's a wild ride from start to finish. Now, let's talk about the characters in the movie. James Sunderland is our protagonist, and he's a complex character with a lot of depth. He's driven by his love for Mary and his desire to uncover the truth about her disappearance. But as the story progresses, we see that James is also haunted by his own demons, and he's struggling to come to terms with his past. The supporting cast is also great, with some standout performances from the actors playing the monsters and the other survivors in the town. One thing that's really interesting about the characters in this movie is how they're all connected to James's subconscious. The monsters, in particular, are a manifestation of his own fears and anxieties, and they serve as a reminder that the line between reality and nightmare is often blurred. Now, let's get into some fun facts and behind-the-scenes info. Did you know that the movie was filmed in a combination of practical and CGI locations? The town of Silent Hill was built from scratch, and it's a real testament to the production design team. The monsters in the movie were also created using a combination of practical effects and CGI, which gives them a really unique and terrifying look. Another fun fact is that the movie's score was composed by Akira Yamaoka, who's also responsible for the music in the Silent Hill games. The score is really atmospheric and it adds a lot to the movie's tension and suspense. And, if you're a fan of Easter eggs, then you'll love the fact that the movie is full of references to the games and the previous movies. So, what did I think of the movie? Well, I think it's a really solid horror film that's sure to please fans of the genre. The atmosphere and tension are top-notch, and the monsters are really terrifying. The story is also really engaging, and it's a great exploration of the human psyche. One thing that really stands out is the cinematography, which is really beautiful and haunting. The use of lighting and shadows is particularly effective, and it adds a lot to the movie's atmosphere. However, some of the supporting characters feel a bit underdeveloped, and the pacing can be a bit slow at times. But overall, I think the movie is a great addition to the Silent Hill franchise, and it's a must-see for horror fans. So, should you watch Return to Silent Hill? Absolutely. It's a great horror movie that's sure to please fans of the genre. The atmosphere and tension are top-notch, and the story is really engaging. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, and I think it's a must-see for anyone who loves horror movies. The movie is not perfect, but it's a great addition to the Silent Hill franchise, and it's a wild ride from start to finish. So, if you're ready to face your fears and dive back into the world of Silent Hill, then go ahead and give it a watch. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.